treasure to me. Above all people. Amazing. Above all people. Israel, if you will just obey my voice and keep my covenant or my word or my promises, you shall be a special treasure to me. It's no treasure. You are designated by special value in words. You'll be blessing over all the nations of the world. Amen. For all the earth is mine, and I give it to you to become rulers and leader over this earth. And then verse 6, and you shall be to me a kingdom of priests. Relation to that, in a holy nation. These are the words which you shall speak to the children of Israel. I want you to know this. So that was pronounced by God to the nation of Israel. Israel are called the people of God. I want you to listen. Now the role of Israel as the nation who understand Elohim or Jehovah, Rapha, Nissi, or victorious God, or Yahweh, or El Shaddai, the powerful God. The role or the office of the nation is foundation of Israel as the people of God, because blessing will be given to them, is number one, to be a witness to the true and living God to all the nations. Israel, you will magnify me, you have to lift up me, as you worship me, the nation will know the gods of the nations are idols made of men's hand, but since I am your God, you'll become a testimony to the whole world that you're serving a living and loving God. Amen. I want you to hear this. Israel are very special people that the covenant promise of God was pronounced. Amen. To them. Take note, if they continue in God's prescribed or given rules to follow, condition, the blessings that they follow will be fulfilled. You know, church, I want you now to see this. That promise of God to the nation of Israel, I want you to appreciate, is now given to you as a church. When I say church, I'm not talking about the name of the church in the building. As a living organism, the word church is from the Greek word ecclesia, the called out ones from the kingdom of darkness or Satan's rebellion against God, in the kingdom of light. You are called out ones, designated by the Lord to become God's people. So today, you and me, the same importance that was addressed by God to Israel, the amazing love of God that is really for the nation of Israel, I want you to hear and appreciate, is now extended to you and to me from different backgrounds and culture, nationalities and tongues all over the world. Amen. And God is giving you the same word that was pronounced to Israel. Amen. Listen to this. That is for you today. Book of 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9. Listen to this. And I will go to the next thing here. Listen to the word of the Lord. 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9. And when you hear this, please digest, memorize this, and receive it and say, Lord, thank you. I want you to thank God tonight, tomorrow, the following. The book of 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9. But you are, in the New Testament, yes, a chosen generation. Yes. There we are. Before, therefore you will be indeed obey my voice. The Bible says, you are a special treasure to me. You shall be to me a kingdom of priests. Next, the Bible says, a royal priesthood that was designated for Israel. Now, when you accept Jesus Christ, God is saying to you, you are a royal priesthood. And now, you are a holy nation, which means when you accept Jesus Christ in your heart and He become Lord to you, there is something happened to you. When Jesus entered into your heart, the first thing that happened, the Holy Spirit, which is the down payment of the earnest possession, was given to your heart. And then the righteousness of God, because we're not righteous, we are clothed with the righteousness of Jesus Christ. So when the Father looks at you, He can see Jesus. I pronounce you Ramon, or Lydia, or Hosea. I pronounce you righteous because I can see Jesus in you. You become righteous to God declaratively because you stand is no longer a sinner. You are saved by the grace and the love of God in Jesus now residing in your heart by the Holy Ghost. Amen. You're special.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
That you should show forth the praises of Him. So, church will continue to be used by God to continue to show forth His praises daily. Because you continue to show forth the praise of Him who called you out of darkness into His marvelous light. So, if my people, Jewish people, I tell you, I want you to hear, the Jewish people, out of the 4 requirements, they were not able to follow everything. The 3 big blessings was suspended. They have not experienced the fullness of the promise of God in 2 Chronicles 7:14. I will hear from heaven, I will forgive their sins, and I will heal their lands. Up to now, they're still scattered in every place of the world because I will explain to you, God permit, next week, or no, that what happened, because of that, God, when they rejected the grace of God, the grace of God, temporarily they are blinded today, but the special people did, because the root are Jewish, so even the branches is Jewish, they're special. Temporarily, they were cut off. And so the grace of being chosen people of God is declared to you. When Israel was cut off temporarily, we are grafted in. And today, the sap, the liquid, the power, the anointing, the healing, the understanding of God is now flowing in your system. That's why we are alive in your special people, a holy nation that will continue to show forth His praise. That is stand in calling as people of God is something that you can cherish and you can enjoy more than the world of the honor of, the richest man that ever lived in this earth. You are more richer and well known by God, and one day by the Holy Word. When you have Jesus, you have everything. Amen. Amen. Here's the blessing. Take note and learn from Israel's failure not to follow. Precaution. The 3 blessings or blessings of their obedience is from the Word of God. 3 blessings there. I will hear from heaven. Then, if you follow the 4 prescriptions, we'll cover 2 points today. If you follow this, and that is attainable. I want you to hear it is attainable for us today. Listen to me. With the Holy Ghost inside of you, it is so attainable. Because the Holy Spirit is power. It is Christ that worked in you, both to will and to do His good pleasure. All you have to do is live, and God will do the maneuvering of your life to be fashioned to become a servant and minister of Lord Jesus Christ. Now the promise God mentioned that I will hear from heaven, I will forgive their sins and heal their lands. 3 blessings, big blessings. I will hear from heaven, I will forgive their sins, I will heal their lands. As I mentioned, they did not meet the 4 conditions. So the 3 promises to be experienced by them have not been completely fulfilled. You know what? It will be fulfilled in the future. But for you, you'll enjoy now as you follow the Lord. It didn't happen to bless them, Lord. Lord, bless them, save them. Lord, allow us. When we pray, heal the land. We pray for Australia. Heal Australia. Heal Mount Druid. And God will heal if you follow the 4 prescriptions for the restoration and the healing or revival of many places in which you invade. Okay. So we are God's people. Number 2, humble yourself. I want you to listen to this because these are important nuggets. We don't want to fail and follow the failure of Israel. We have to open our eyes. Because we are all candidates to enjoy, take note and listen to me, the full blessing that was intended for them. You can avail it, you can enjoy it, and communicate it to your sons and sons' sons. in the future. Humble yourself. In other words, humble oneself. If my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves. The word humbling yourself is the placing of your life, place your life into the hands of your Maker. Now, the word humble connotes two meanings. Number one, there is what we call humility of the mind, which means it's the way you estimate or you gauge yourself. How you estimate yourself. That's why the Bible says, think other people or brothers and sisters in the world better than yourself. So you'll not boast.
That's right.
And the second one, so because God resists the proud. So the way you assess yourself and you know everything, you don't know nothing. The more you know God, the more you become a nobody. Let other people praise you, not your own mouth. Because the work that you're doing is the one reflect that God is working to you. You are sinking as nobody. God is rising. That is humility.
Hallelujah.
Another meaning of humility here is humility of the mind and then humility of the heart. Listen to this. Would you open in book of Isaiah 57:15? I want you to look at this, and I want you to see 66 too. You can take note of these verses because these are nuggets for us, not only to receive but to grow. Here is the word of the Lord. You're talking about humility, for this is what the high and exalted one says. He who lives forever, whose name is holy. I live in a high and holy place in the heaven, third heaven, the Holy of Holies. But I want you to see the shifting importance of what God is trying to communicate or convey, transmit to you. Such a paradigm shift from the very from there to here. Look at what happened. I repeat again. I live in a high and holy place. Nobody can reach that very holy place. But also with the one who is contrite and lowly spirit, to revive the spirit of the lowly and to revive the heart of the contrite. I want you to take note of that. Look at and read it again. Christ is residing in the holy place of heaven, but He is also residing in the heart of the human person who is humble in contrite, which means the presence of God that is awesome in the heavenly throne is now residing in you when you remain humble in contrite or brokenness. Broken. That's the key. Wow! I want you to see now, God is no longer here when you remain simple, contrite, and humble. He resides in you. And you are walking and bringing the presence of God in you because you become a house in a temple, but God is the one touching the lives of people through you.
Hallelujah. Yes. Thank you, Jesus.
Look at 66 verse 2.
Amen.
Has not my hand made all these things? We talk about heaven and earth, the starry heavens.
Yes.
Has not my hand made all these things? And so they come into being, declares the Lord. These are the ones I look on with favor, those who are humble in contrite spirit and who tremble at my word.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Wow!
Amen.
God is looking on those. One, I look on him who is poor in contrite in his spirit. Poor. One of the out of the Beatitudes, there are about maybe 8 or 9, God enumerated about blessed are those who do hunger and thirst after righteousness, blessed for they shall be filled, blessed are the peacemakers, they shall be called the children of God. I want you to hear that out of that 8 Beatitudes, beautiful teachings of God, which is heavenward characteristic, the first one that He mentioned from the mouth of God, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of God. I want you to hear the poor. The word poor means you are absolutely bankrupt in zero as far as your life is concerned, without the aid and without the help and without the power and the holiness of God. you cannot be saved. It is only when you are poor and you are zero and say, Lord, you know what? I cannot save myself. My work, my ability, everything is nothing without your help. Lord, I am bankrupt. When you are bankrupt, blessed are the poor, for theirs the kingdom of heaven. We are spiritually bankrupt. The reason why you and I are rich today, because God put His power and wonderful grace upon you. For by grace you have been saved, and grace to grace is going up to your life. And once you remain poor, God is filling you up until one day you'll become a sunshine to a place where you live, where people can see a city that is set on the hill cannot be hid. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. It started from the poor, voluntarily, bankrupt, and zero. God loved the contrite spirit. And He goes on to say, as that hand made Moses, heaven and earth, in other words, they came into being, they praised the Lord. These are the ones I look on with favor, those who are humble and contrite in the spirit. That is a prayer, Lord. If God wants to use you, the person that you can say, Lord, not the gift, not the anointing will follow. Lord, make me humble, simple, contrite. He will never despise you. That's God is very versatile in that area. Okay, so right here, this is a God whose mission is very important. Jesus lives in the human heart, in the human person that is contrite. Are you feeling cold? We can turn off the turn this aircon. Yeah, sister. Okay. Listen to this. Jesus lived inside of you. This is now the recipient. I'm almost there. Inside of you, because you remain simple, humble, and contrite. Inside of you to hear when you cry. And He is inside of you and understands your pain. I like what you said. Lord, you have this enough. I can pain no more. 30 more years. You are in pain. He is living inside of you. Amen. And He is inside of you, living in your life to heal your wounds. The memory of the past. The many wounds, scars, but still some when you talk about those things, there is a bursting of the blood inside your heart because it's not completely healed. Yeah. There are many scars in your heart covered by the flesh. But once you speak this kind of thing, it opens up the wounds and there's blood coming out, which means God can understand the pain and He has the power to close it and heal it completely because He is in the business of restoration of the yesteryears and today and the heartaches and unbelievable kind of things that happen to you. He is the restorer and the healer of the broken body of the broken heart. Amen. So, He understands. Now, what is the solution to your predicaments and problems? Here we are, and this is my last point. If my people which are called by my name, or God's people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves, you come now to understand, poor in spirit, humility, contrite in spirit, broken, and then it goes on to say, and then pray. The Bible says, and let's skip that, I'll pray from heaven. The word prayer is very important to God. Here's the thing. Listen to this second point that I'll be finishing. Don't give up. Yes. When you pray, don't give up. Yes, right. 40 years for Moses, too long. He didn't even see the promised land, but God used Moses. 29 years for Joseph to become the prime minister of Egypt. He saw in a dream, in a vision, that he will become a leader to the family. And the person that happened, instead of promotion, he was put in jail. So, you can see here, don't give up what God had planned for you. It was the dream and the plan of God in your life. It shall come to pass because there is a blueprint to your destiny. Satan cannot derail you. He cannot sidetrack you. He cannot go before. Don't stop. Continue. Don't stop praying and believing. Believe what the Word of God says. Jesus said, "Surely I say to you, Whoever say to this mountain, be thou removed,
Amen.
and be cast into the ocean.
Yes.
You can say to this mountain, be thou removed, and cast into the oceans. I add, mountains of your problems, so many of them, not only one mountain, and many of you experiencing the mountains. Lord, I have 3 mountains, I have 5 mountains, and you can say, cast into the midst of the ocean,
Yes.
be removed,
Yes.
and be cast into the sea. Take note of the next word. God put is very important. Because human speaking, our nature is to see is to believe, and to feel is to believe, and then to observe is to believe. And does that doubt in his heart? Take note of the doubt, because God hates that doubt. That's
Yes.
the big kind of
Amen.
enemy of God. Doubt. But believe that those things he says,